Hey, welcome to Tabletop Skirmish Games. I'm Lee, and in this video we'll be taking a look at the Art of Warhammer 40,000 Imperium book. Here we go, so this is the Art of Warhammer 40,000 Imperium, and this is part of the Imperium collection, and this came with issues 19 through 22 of the collection. In this video I'll go right through the book so you can have a good idea of what's included and then decide whether or not this is something you'd like to add as part of the collection. Right, let's get it open and then we can look through the book, and you do get a letter a week or two before this is delivered and you have an option to opt out. It costs $14.99 as part of the collection, but you don't have to have this, so you just have to give them a ring or drop them a line and then you can cancel it. But I decided to get it, really interested to see what's going to be included, and I thought it'd be fun to share it here on the channel with you. So quite a small book. The pages aren't numbered, but I've counted them, and there's 64 pages altogether. And so this is just for the Imperium magazine. So if you wanted to buy this book on its own, away from the collection, then you can pick it up on eBay and things like that. But I think it's quite expensive. It can go for like around £30, I've seen it on there for. So let's start right from the beginning, and we'll just flick through and just give you an idea of what's included. And so you can recognise this maybe from some of the codexes that this is included with. And now this book is going to have artwork that relates to the armies that are included in the collection. So we're going to get Space Marines, Adeptus Mechanicus, Adeptus Sororitas, and the Necrons. And so I think a lot of this is in the actual core book, the rule book though. So you may recognise this if you've already picked that up from the Indominus collection or bought the book separately for the 9th edition. But I like to have it. I haven't got that 9th edition rulebook, so for me this is all pretty new. Some of this may have also been featured throughout the Imperium magazine collection itself as well. But I think it's a nice little thing to have for the collection. Whether or not it's worth $14.99, I think that's up to you. And if you think it's worth it or not, it really is all about the artwork. You're not going to get a lot of information here. There's some of the images with a little bit of text to read through, but it's not going to give you an awful lot to go about. But I like it. I think it's really cool, especially for the armies that are included. This particular image, I really love this. Seeing them in battle on a grand scale with the huge buildings in the background is really fun. But some nice different styles as well as you go through it. You've got more of the concept art, as we've seen in some of the images, and then more of the detailed pictures breaking down some of the particular units and fighters. But it's these big scale pictures that I like. Now we're on to the Adeptus Mechanicus, and here again, nice close-ups of some of the models. And so it really sets the scene, gives a good vibe about what each of these armies are all about. This is my kind of good style. I like this concept art style. I really like that. Then Adeptus Sororitas, and here's some really nice images. They really suit this art style and a really dark theme, so I think this is great. I really like this image. There's lots going on here, so really cool. Then we're on to the Necrons. I was looking forward to seeing this because I was imagining with that green colour they use a lot, they can get some really striking images. But yeah, this one's really great with them up close. Nice. I like these big battles the best, seeing them laid out like this. So nice little book to have as part of the collection, I think, and having everything in the folder, it all feels quite like loose, and then you divide it into the different sections. So having this hardback book that sums up what each of the armies about in art, I think is a nice little thing to have. So there we go, that's it. And then at the back we've got that same image that you can see in the codexes. So there we go, there's the Art of Warhammer 40,000 Imperium book. I just took a few snapshots of some of my favourite images from the book, and this style I really like, and just seeing the big scale of the different battles and setting the scene is something that's really appealing to me. But then also these close-up images are really good. You kind of could get some good ideas for terrain as well, also some inspiration for how you might want to paint your army perhaps. So yeah, this one's really great, seeing that big battle and that big building in the background. Yeah, I really like that. So for me, this is great for terrain inspiration, and you could just flick through this when you're preparing your army, preparing to paint your models or build some terrain. And I think that's really going to get you into the mood, almost serve as like a mood board of getting different things together, and give you an idea from just the little notes and little bits of information what the artists are thinking about and how they're kind of taking the lore and then interpreting that in their own style. So really cool. But yeah, the Necrons are great. Some really great images there. The flayed one on the right is fantastic, but it's really these big scale pictures that really set the scene and give you an idea just how big these armies actually are in the 40k universe. So that's just a few of the ones that just stood out to me just as I flicked through it. But all up, for $14.99, in hindsight, I think I'd rather have spent a little bit extra and got the actual big core rules book. I think that might be a better use of money, because that's definitely going to contain a lot of artwork. I mean, the Warhammer Age of Sigmar core book for the recent edition is fantastic. The artwork's stunning, so I can imagine the 9th edition of Warhammer 40,000 is going to be pretty similar to that. But I hope this video was helpful and gave you a good idea of what's included, so you can decide whether or not you'd like to add it to your collection as part of the subscription, or if you were thinking of picking it up separately off eBay or something like that. Look out for the video coming real soon for issues 19 through 22, where I go through exactly what's included in those 4 issues of the Imperium magazine. Thanks so much for watching. Please like if you like it, subscribe for more videos like this, and don't forget to hit that notification bell to join me next time on Tabletop Skirmish Games. I'd like to say a huge thank you to my Patreon supporters who make these daily videos possible, and if you're interested in joining the community, it'd be awesome to see you there, and I'll put a link for that in the description down below.